All right, we're on. All right. Race 29 and 36 will bring us to the Dover International Raceway for the beginning of the round of 12. As we take a look at the point standings, as of right now, the drivers that were eliminated following last week's race at the last wild race at the NASCAR Roval, Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones, and Austin Dillon were eliminated, but just like everybody else, they could have a pretty big impact on who moves on if they went out, and especially when it comes time to seeding, deciding how much we can seed these people for the playoffs. So, there's that. Let's go racing at Dover. So, Alexa, play First Time by Lifehouse. Okay. So take a couple laps around Dover, and like from the last race, this race is basically Dover on steroids, basically Bristol on steroids. So the goal here when you come off it, the mirror. You want to keep the car tight to the bottom and let the car just edge out just a little bit towards the inside wall before you dive towards turn one. You are not flat at all at this track unless you're on pit road or exiting onto the racetrack, and then you're basically thrown at an angle all the way around this joint. As you see the 34, as you saw it there, Jamie McMurray was only enjoying a little bit of a break before driving onto this tight, very high bank, self-cleaning racetrack, meaning if there is a wreck, there's a good chance it will come to the bottom. And there's also another good chance you might be in it. So, we'll qualify. Single car qualifying here at Dover. See where it puts us. We have the backstretch getting ready for our warm-up lap. Ooh, wow, we're a little tight coming off turn 4 there, so we had to get out of the gas to avoid hitting the wall. As we got one lap left, so this is our lap. Going off of 2, kind of having an interesting way around this joint. And, running middle and upper part of the racetrack as coming off turn 4. And that'll put us 15th on the grid. Jimmy Johnson, eliminated last week from the playoffs at the Roval. He will start on the pole. Let's go racing. Look at the stories of the race from Dover. Casey Kane with a unapproved body modification. He will be starting at the back. Jimmy Johnson starts on the pole. And the pace car is off. And we're getting ready for the round of 12 underway here at Dover. Keeping the car tight on the bottom, beginning lap number 1. And it looks like we're going to give Chase Elliott a little bit of a shot going into turn 1. Get him past the 20 of Eric Jones. Chase Elliott did move on to the round of 12. Last week, you see the green banner. Any green banner above a driver's name means they are a playoff driver. So you got 3 of them in the top 6. With Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Eric Almirola. I believe I saw Boyer's name in that list. Yeah, Boyer, Almirola, and Harvick are all in the top 6. Sorry, 4 playoff drivers in the top 6. 3 of them are Stewart-Haas Fords. So it could be very interesting to see how things play out in this race as 4 laps are complete. Then trying to give Almirola some room. Let him know I'm here. 3 wide for 3rd. As so far as a Chevrolet top 3 between Kyle Larson, Jimmy Johnson, and Eric Almirola took that spot away because he got a little bit of power momentum on the top. So far as we're falling to 6th. Trying to maybe make up some of the time we lost. See Kyle Larson and Kevin Harvick racing for 4th. As we're going to get by Larson for 4th. Move him back a spot. Johnson and Boyer fighting for the lead. Harvick in 3rd. So we are halfway through stage number 1 here in Dover. Harvick with the crossover. And side by side coming off turn number 4. Right now it is Mr. Concrete, Jimmy Johnson. 10-time winner, hoping to make it 11 today, even though his season's all but done in terms of the 8th championship. He can still win a race and play spoiler, especially with Talladega looming next week. Coming out of turn 4, so you can get by Boyer for 2nd, drive it in. Get by Jimmy Johnson for the race lead. And put a new man on point here in Dover. Johnson comes back, though. 5 laps left. Johnson comes low on the inside. Johnson still looking for the lead. He may have it here at the line, but Byron holds on by probably car length as Johnson appears to lose it. Gets a little squirrely in front of Boyer, but he still keeps it going side by side for the race lead between Byron and Johnson. Any stage points for Boyer would be extra critical, especially in his playoff hunt. You get all the stage points you can in the first 2 stages. That way, stage 3, you can just race. Laps to go in stage 1, 3 cars fighting for the lead for the win. Moving Boyer out of the way. Oh, into the wall. Goes Byron. As we lose a spot there to Eric Amarola. That'll put us down to 5th. White flag is out in stage 1. Okay, we're going to continue to fight and fall to 6. Our car is tight. As out of turn 4, Jimmy Johnson will win stage 1, and we will finish 6th. As we get ready for possible restart here. As we drop 4 spots.
Third is the green flag. Be ready.
"13 laps in stage 2. By Keselowski, Elliott, and no contact with Busch. Move him up out of the way for 7th. Oh, and Keselowski gets a little squirrely as we're losing several spots. Somehow we're still in, we're in 11th. As it looks like Bowman's going to send us into the wall. As we're currently falling to 16th with a very tight race car. So we can try to make up some points, maybe get back in the top 10. 10 laps to go in stage 2. Get by him, get to the 88 of Bowman. And tag Blaney, get him up to 9th. Move him into Truex for a couple spots. A little tight there off the corner. As we are 8 laps left here in stage 2. And Keselowski will go around. And he collects Truex. Playoff crash, contenders crash in turn 4. Yellow's out.
All right, you're coming to the green. Be ready.
Green flag back into the air. Jimmy Johnson leads here. He is the stage 1 winner. And Busch goes around off 2. No caution. Right off of the bumper of Byron off of a tight 3-wide squeeze. So far it looks like we are still green. Top 5 is Johnson, Boyer, Byron, Amarola, and Harvick. Kyle Busch has gotten his car back going. So he's down on pit road. 2 laps left. Going off of 4. Going to the white flag in stage 2. As Jimmy Johnson will make his way off of 4 into 3. He's having quite the race so far, as he will get playoff points and win stage 2. Pace car is off as we get ready for the final stage here. 20 laps left. Sorry, 19 to go now. Johnson with the lead, followed by 3 Stewart-Haas drivers and 3 chasers. They are 3 wide behind us. Harvick falls back to the clutches of William Byron, gets a little bit of a tap. Oh, Boyer puts us into the wall. Off of the nose of the 14. Harvick trying to go for the lead on Johnson. Byron charges it in deep on the top side. You think there's going to be a payback? And there goes the 10. Is around. He sends it into the wall. We are still green. Eric Amarola spin heading to the inside. No caution. Nudging Boyer into second. Basically, everybody behind Jimmy Johnson as of right now is a playoff driver. Boyer trying to look to the outside of Johnson. He's got challenges from Harvick. Look at that, 3 wide for second between 2 Stewart-Haas teammates. You know Byron wants to go. As Byron closes in on Jimmy Johnson. Let's go to the onboard camera of the 24. He might be trying to let him know he's there. $13 to go. Daniel Hemrick is on pit road. And caution. Caution just came out. Here. This just puts us to 26th.
Starter has the green flag. Be ready.
Oh, sorry, 28th. This will be interesting to see how we can come through the field in 10 laps. And try diving in to see McMurray in 20th. And we're already doing just that. We're pushing the one car down the back stretch down the front stretch into turn one. We're going to slide him right at the racetrack. McMurray goes around in front of the pack, shoots straight to the inside. Green still out. Johnson and Boyer fight for the lead. And Buescher is going to spin, save it somehow. And there goes Buescher. Into Suarez, hard contact. Caution.
Good day. Be ready.
Byron with a good restart. Green flag into the air. Johnson leads with Boyer right on his outside. Going into turn one with 3 laps to go. And nudge Busch out of the way. If Boyer can get him on the outside, here comes Harvick. He is the 2015 winner of the fall race. The dominating performance he put on. 2 to go. Byron trying to go 3 wide for second. Forces it in deep. Makes contact. Does he clear him? The white flag will wave here at Dover. One more time around. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Jimmy Johnson has dominated this track ever since he came onto the sport in 2002. 10 wins along the way. He may not be in the chase, but he can play spoiler. Jimmy Johnson wins at Dover. There you see the drivers below. Nobody advanced to the round of 8 in this race. Currently, Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski are tied for 7th. Ryan Blaney is 2 back. Joey Logano is 3 back. Chase Elliott is 8 points back. Eric Almirola is 11 back. Obviously didn't need to run today. That happened to him. So Casey Kane on the move gets our on the move award for this race. And Almirola finished 29th. He gets our tough break award, unfortunately. So all right. Tune in next time for the 1000bulbs.com 500 from Talladega Super Speedway. We will be running the rainbow car for this race.